When the United States declared independence in 1776, few believed that a group of colonies on the edge of the world could one day become the most powerful country on Earth. At that time, America was small, weak, and uncertain about its future. Yet in less than 250 years, it grew into a superpower that shaped the modern world. How did this happen? Let's take a closer look at the story of America's rise. It began with the Revolutionary War, when the 13 colonies broke away from Britain. The victory was shocking to the world, a group of farmers and militias defeating the most powerful empire of the time. This victory gave America not only independence, but also the idea that it could survive and grow on its own. The new nation was built on ideals of freedom, democracy, and opportunity, ideas that attracted immigrants and inspired people far beyond its borders. The 19th century became a turning point. America expanded westward, buying Louisiana from France, adding Texas and California, and eventually reaching the Pacific Ocean. This massive expansion gave the country enormous land, rich in resources like coal, oil, and farmland. Railroads and new technologies connected the nation, fueling industrial growth. By the late 1800s, cities like New York and Chicago were booming, and America was quickly becoming one of the world's largest economies. At the same time, millions of immigrants arrived from Europe, Asia, and beyond, bringing skills, energy, and determination. They worked in factories, built railroads, and helped create a society that was young, diverse, and ambitious. America became known as the land of opportunity, a place where hard work could transform lives. This belief in the American dream became a powerful force in shaping the nation's growth. But America's rise wasn't only about industry and immigration. It also came from its ability to stay out of Europe's endless wars during the 19th century. While European powers exhausted themselves in conflicts, the United States was able to grow quietly, focusing on building its economy and infrastructure. By the early 20th century, America was already on its way to becoming a world leader. Then came World War I. At first, the U.S. stayed neutral, but in 1917 it entered the war and played a decisive role in the Allied victory. When the war ended, America emerged stronger while much of Europe was devastated. This was the first time the world truly saw the United States as a global power. The Great Depression of the 1930s slowed America down, but it also forced the country to innovate and adapt. Then World War II changed everything. Again, the U.S. entered the war later, but its factories, soldiers, and resources turned the tide. By 1945, the United States not only helped win the war, but also became the first country with the atomic bomb. Europe and Asia were in ruins, but America's economy was booming. From this moment, the U.S. became the world's leading superpower. The decades after World War II only increased that dominance. America created alliances like NATO, rebuilt Europe with the Marshall Plan, and spread its influence worldwide. The Cold War with the Soviet Union pushed the U.S. to develop cutting-edge technology, from nuclear weapons to space exploration. When the Soviet Union collapsed in 1991, America stood as the single most powerful nation in history. So, what made this rise possible? First, geography. The United States had vast natural resources, fertile land, and oceans on both sides protecting it from invasions. Second, innovation. America became a center of science, technology, and culture, from the light bulb to the internet. Third, its people. Immigrants from around the world brought skills, dreams, and determination, creating a diverse society driven to succeed. And finally, timing. While other nations were weakened by wars and empires collapsing, the United States used those moments to grow stronger. Today, the U.S. is not only powerful because of its military and economy, but also because of its cultural influence. Its music, movies, technology, and ideas reach every corner of the globe. From Hollywood to Silicon Valley, from Wall Street to the White House, the story of America is one of ambition, opportunity, and power. Of course, America's rise hasn't been without struggle. Wars, inequality, and challenges still shape its path. But the fact remains, in just a short span of history, the United States transformed from a fragile collection of colonies into a nation that changed the world. If you found this story fascinating, don't forget to subscribe to Viral Secrets for more journeys into history, mystery, and the forces that shape our world. And share your thoughts in the comments. Do you think America will remain the most powerful country in the future, or will another nation take its place?